guys, this video is going to be a movie review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, because I saw it the other day and I really enjoyed it and I want to talk about it quite a bit. The film follows Miles Morales, who is the newest Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse. Okay, he's been around since like 2012, or no, several years at least, because he was created just a couple years ago, and like he is pretty much still one of the newest members of the Spider family of just the Marvel Universe in general. Miles is in fact literally developing his powers throughout the course of this film. This is an origin story for him in some ways, and it's actually the sort of starting point for him as a character in this particular universe. And we meet Peter Parker, and we meet Peter Parker, and we meet Peter Parker, and we meet Gwen Stacy, and we meet Spider-Ham, so Peter Porker, and we meet Penny Parker. Oh, I almost got that mixed up. There's a lot of Spider people in this film, and it's full of Spider people, and it's a really interesting take on them. A lot of them are just introduced as these are the people that they are, and they're not going to change they are just going to sort of be who they are. And that's a fine journey for the characters, but a few of them actually do get proper arcs, proper character arcs, and that works quite well as well. Miles' arc is pretty obvious, because he's learning to be Spider-Man, he's learning to be the person that he's going to be. It's hard to sort of pin that sort of to a specific way of doing it, but it works quite well. His arc works quite well. One of the Peter Parkers is getting over taking a big risk that he hasn't been sure about, and Gwen is doing this whole thing where she actually has been alone and is having to open back up to people. And I like this sort of, this trio are the main three Spider people really in the film. Like, the others are there, but they're not really that big. They're you know, they're not actually that major. They get their moments to shine, but they're not the main characters out of all of the characters. I really liked the whole way that they played with some of the characters that are associated with the different Spider people, because the Green Goblin is obviously based more on the Ultimate Green Goblin, and that's fine, that's okay. But the way that they played with Dr. Octopus was a really interesting one, and there was some really interesting stuff to do with the Scorpion a little bit-ish. Prowler was really cool in it. Kingpin was an interestingly flawed character, and I quite liked that. He was trying to get his family back by doing the same thing that made them leave, in a way, and that really, like, his inability to learn is what makes him the villain, and that works really quite well. The animation quality of it was really fantastic. So if you have a look at if you really look at some of the backgrounds, they're kind of blurry and a bit indistinct in not necessarily the best way, but the rest of it, really top-notch animation. Just fantastic. The music worked really well with it all. All of that music in there, the score, the music that was just featured in it, brilliant. I love, by the way, the fact that in the credits they do have a track from the Christmas album that is mentioned at the start of the film. Great. It felt like it was being very meta about the way that it was doing origin stories in this, because it's giving Miles' origin story entirely, and that's pretty well done. But the other Spider people, like, it's treated as a joke that, you know the story, we're going to do this again, but like we're only going to spend like a minute or two on it. It's like all of the stories are basically the same if it comes down to it, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that they decided to go, yeah, everyone knows this by now, we might as well just stick with it. The story does have occasional minor plot holes, but it's mostly like small stuff that I don't think anyone should really sweat that much. It's a really good film though. I really enjoyed it. I think that everyone should go and watch it, but then I am rather biased because I like Marvel films, I like Marvel's animated films, I like just films, especially this sort of genre. I like them a lot. And I especially like this one a lot. Also, the post-credits is brilliant. I like Miguel. Miguel is good. And no, you're pointing at me. I'm pointing at you. No, you're... If you've seen this film, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, because I really enjoyed it, and I would like to know your thoughts. So, down there, tell me. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that you remember to like and share it, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!